Hello everyone, it's me again, Joseph, your host, and welcome back to our channel and the Catechism for Kids. Today we're going to travel back in time, all the way to ancient Egypt, to meet a super brave and brilliant saint whose story is full of courage, wisdom, and a deep love for Jesus. His name is Saint Peter of Alexandria. His feast day is on November 25th. Get ready to learn why he's known as the Seal of the Martyrs. So, who was this incredible saint? Picture a bustling, famous city called Alexandria. It was a hub of learning, like a giant university city. And in this city, there was a very special Christian school, the Catechetical School of Alexandria. People came from all over to learn about God and the Bible, and who was the head of this amazing school? You guessed it, it's a very smart and kind man named Peter. Before he became a bishop, Peter was a teacher. He loved sharing the truths of the faith with others. He was known for his gentle spirit and his incredibly sharp mind. He understood the scriptures so well and could explain big, complicated ideas in a way that everyone could understand. It's like he was the best religion teacher you could ever imagine. He spent his days helping people grow closer to God through knowledge and prayer. Then, around the year 300, the Bishop of Alexandria, whose name was Theonas, was getting very old. He knew he needed someone strong and faithful to take his place. On his deathbed, he told the other church leaders, "Choose Peter." And so, our brilliant teacher became Pope Peter I of Alexandria, the 17th bishop of this very important city. Now, becoming a bishop back then wasn't easy. In fact, it was one of the most dangerous jobs you could have. A powerful Roman emperor named Diocletian had started a huge persecution against Christians. This means that soldiers were ordered to arrest Christians, make them give up their faith, and even harm them if they refused. It was a scary and difficult time for the church. But Bishop Peter was not afraid. He was a true shepherd to his flock. When he had to go into hiding to stay safe, he didn't just disappear. He wrote letters to his people, encouraging them to stay strong in their faith. He reminded them of God's love and promised them that God would never leave them. When he could, he would secretly visit the city. He'd sneak into prisons to comfort Christians who had been arrested. He helped take care of widows and orphans who had lost their families. And he even held secret church services so people could still pray together and receive the Eucharist. He was a beacon of hope in the darkness. During this time, a new and dangerous idea started to spread. A priest named Arian began teaching something that was not true. He said that Jesus wasn't fully God. He taught that Jesus was a special creation, but not equal to God the Father. This was a huge problem. The Christian faith is built on the truth that Jesus is God. Bishop Peter knew he had to stop this false teaching. He was a champion of orthodoxy, which is a fancy word for the true teachings of the church. He stood up and said, "No, that's not right. Jesus is fully God and fully man." He defended the divinity of Christ with all his wisdom and authority. Something incredible happened that showed Peter he was doing the right thing. Tradition tells us that while he was in prison, Peter had a vision, saw Jesus, but Jesus appeared as a young boy, maybe around 12 years old, and the robe Jesus was wearing was torn, ripped right down the middle. Peter was heartbroken and asked, "My Lord, who has torn your robe?" And Jesus answered, "It was Arian who has torn it, for he is dividing my people." This vision made it crystal clear. Arian's false teaching was hurting the church, tearing it apart just like Jesus' robe in the vision. After that, Peter knew he had to officially excommunicate Arian, which means he declared that Arian was no longer part of the church because he refused to stop his harmful teaching. Peter was protecting the flock from a dangerous wolf. This story also reminds us of something Peter had to deal with. During the persecution, some Christians got scared and did what the soldiers told them to do. They might have offered a sacrifice to a Roman god, or handed over their Bibles to be burned. After the danger passed, they were very sorry and wanted to come back to the church. Some leaders, like a bishop named Malicious, were very strict and said they couldn't be forgiven easily. But Peter, our gentle shepherd, urged for leniency and mercy. He believed in forgiveness and wanted to welcome back those who were truly sorry. Finally, after years of leading the church through these dangerous times, the soldiers caught up with Bishop Peter. They arrested him and put him in prison. The emperor gave the order for him to be executed. But when the Christians in Alexandria heard this, they all rushed to the prison. A huge crowd gathered outside, and they were all shouting, "Don't hurt our bishop! We will die for him!" The soldiers were stuck. They didn't want to cause a massive riot and hurt all those people, but they had their orders. Inside the prison, Peter heard the commotion. His heart was filled with love for his people, and he didn't want any of them to get hurt because of him. So, he came up with a brave and selfless plan. He called the guards over and said, "Listen, there's a weak spot in the back wall of the prison. Break a hole there tonight, and I will sneak out with you. You can carry out your orders away from the crowd, and my people will be safe." That night, just as he planned, the soldiers smuggled him out of the prison. They took him to a quiet place outside the city. He took off his bishop's vestment, bared his neck, and told the soldiers, "Do as you have been commanded." He was ready to give his life for Jesus and to protect his flock. In the year 311, Saint Peter of Alexandria was martyred. Because he was the very last bishop of Alexandria to be martyred during the great Roman persecutions, the church gave him a special title, the Seal of the Martyrs. It's like he was the final, beautiful stamp that sealed a long and heroic era of martyrs in his city. His death marked the end of that terrible time of persecution. So what can we learn from Saint Peter of Alexandria? He teaches us so many things. He shows us the importance of learning about our faith, just like he did at the Catechetical School. He teaches us to be brave and to stand up for the truth, especially the truth about who Jesus is. And he shows us what it means to be a true shepherd, to be gentle, loving, and willing to sacrifice everything for the people you are called to lead and protect. Saint Peter's life is a powerful reminder that following Jesus means having both a brilliant mind and a loving heart. We should be ready to defend the truth with courage, but always with gentleness and peace. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn about the incredible Saint Peter of Alexandria, the Seal of the Martyrs. I hope his story inspires you to be brave and faithful in your own life. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more stories about the saints, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy as usual. See you next time, and God bless you always.